week. So I just decided to just record my plans that I have for the Bible. So um, I hope you like it. The verse of the day is from Hebrews chapter 4, verse 16, and this is the NIV version. Um, so let us then approach God's throne of grace with confidence, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. Um, that's amazing because I've been working on being more confident in myself, not second guessing myself, loving myself, and being more in tune with myself. Um, I recently found out that I'm an empath and that all my, empath, and it just makes so much sense that I can, just growing up, not knowing what I was or not knowing that this is normal for people like, I shouldn't say people like me, but it's normal for empaths to feel other people's feelings, take other people's feelings. It's just normal. I always felt weird or like I didn't belong. So ever since I have accepted myself, ever since I have um, accepted me, I've the thoughts that I used to have, I don't. It's, I used to have very bad suicidal thoughts. And now, every time I got mad or sad or someone yelled at me or something, now I realize that that's just not my feelings. That's just how they feel about themselves. And it's okay. And I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm maturing, and I'm becoming more. So I wanted to um, do the plans with you guys. I did start. Today's the first day of the 7-day anxiety detox. Practical tips from biblical. Let's see if I can see it. I guess I can't. So again, this is the 7-day anxiety detox. I'm also detoxing my body and detoxing my mind. For 30 days. So this is, that word detox is just like, okay. And I'm manifesting all the things that I want to become. So let's get started. Today is July 15th. Happy birthday, Anaya. In the devotion, it states, in the context of 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3, Paul talks to us about spiritual warfare and our necessary roles in destroying every obstacle that stands against the truth of Christ. This includes the thoughts that arise in opposition of our faith. And living by the Spirit rather than our flesh is easier said than done. Half of the battle of anxiety is realizing when you're entering the battle. This is mainly because our fears and insecurities feel so true. We tend to go along with whatever pops into our head, but there is one thing that we must get down today if we're truly going to start breaking free. Just because the thoughts exist doesn't make it true. Go ahead and speak to yourself. Close your eyes. Listen to the voice. Listen to my voice. Just because the thoughts exist doesn't make it true. Just because the thoughts exist doesn't make it true. You can open your eyes now. This is your reminder that you don't have to believe everything you think today. You have this incredible God-given skill called metacognition. Metacognition means that you have the ability to think about your thoughts. This means that you can pause, momentarily separate yourself from your thoughts, and begin to discern what's healthy and what's not, and discard the following. So now we have an action plan. Walk through anxiety in 4 easy steps. So the first step you want to first step is to identify the trigger. What causes you to react? Start pinpointing the event or individuals that keep triggering your emotions. Ask yourself, why does this have so much power over me? Is my anxiety about the situation appropriate or created by my own fears and insecurities? Step 2, write down the thoughts that follow. So if you don't have a journal, I do recommend that you go out, get a journal, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this again, and then do these steps. So write down the thoughts that follow. Write down everything that you're thinking. Analyze those thoughts and be your own judge. Ask yourself, is my thought process rational? Is it being led by the spirit or led by fear? Step 3. Note the reaction. What is your first reaction in response to the trigger event? Ask yourself, how does this make me react? What is a healthier behavior I can exchange this for? Example, praying, journaling, exercising, deep breathing, tai chi, yoga, meditation. Step 4, bring yourself around to the reality, choosing faith and weighing your anxieties against a more likely truth. At this point, you separate yourself from your feelings, whether that be by journaling or talking through them with someone else, and begin weighing the more rational reality. Think of 2 other ways you can view the situation. Now I need you guys to close your eyes and pray with me. Today's prayer: Lord, help me become more aware of any thoughts that do not come from you. Lord, help me become more aware of any thoughts that do not come from you. Lord, help me become more aware of any thoughts that do not come from you. Okay? Amen. So the reason I read it 3 times is because of repetition. You hear it, you meditate, you're listening to this, you're reading it. It's going to be repetitious. You're reading along, it's going to be repetitious, okay? Repetition is key to succeed. Communication is key to succeed. So if you don't understand something, read it. My grandfather always told me, if you read something 6+ times, it's an A. 4 times, it's a B. 3 times, it's a C. 2 times, it's a D. 1 time, it's an E. So he worked for NASA, so I can't argue with a smart man. So we are in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3 through 5. For though we live in the world, we do not wage war as the world does. The weapons we fight with are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make obedient to God. Now we're in Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, and faithfulness. Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. So, now we talk it over. Based on today's reading, what is one thing God is saying to you? So based on today's reading, God is telling me, and it's going to be different for everyone. Please comment below. Subscribe, like the like button so you can get all my notifications of the next 6 days. But what God is telling me is that our thoughts are our thoughts. We need to figure out whether those thoughts are pure So that's what I think he's telling us, because we think, man, I'm telling you, 4th of July, I had everybody's emotions, and I was talking to my therapist about it, and he told me, actually, that Thursday, he believes that I'm an empath. So I found out I was an empath actually the 9th, which is 10 days before my birthday. And as soon as I found that out, researched it, I'm still researching it, and I stopped fighting with myself. Everything was, I don't even know how this got. Everything was easy. Everything was done. Everything was beautiful. I'm relaxed. Things that usually bother me or irritate me don't irritate me. Things that usually, I'm fight. When you fight with yourself and then you finally have that ease or that peace, that's what I got. So, thank you for joining me on my first day. Of course, we want a reminder. Thank you for joining me on my first day of the 7th day anxiety. Tomorrow we'll be in Isaiah, 2 Corinthians, Matthews, Colossians, Matthews again, and then we'll talk it over. And then I got this from insomnia to peaceful sleep. I'm going to do that video separate.